are just minutes away from the action. Our players competing for the greatest title in their sport.
Birmingham might be England's second city, but it's been first choice to hold one of badminton showpiece events for 30 years. It may look calm and serene on the surface. That will not be the case when we come inside the Utilita Arena. Magnificent venue ahead of day one of the All England Championships, part of the HSBC BWF World Tour. And it's one of the big events of the season. And this is another one. This is the trophy for the World Tour finals. And Pathivanan Chadramanohar bringing it in. He's part of the logistics and athlete services team. We thank him for that. That's what they'll be playing for, the world's best in China just before Christmas. Massive prize money. It is a huge event. And so is this, the All England. First held back in 1899 when Queen Victoria was on the throne, would you believe? Here's our lineup. Women's doubles to start. The Aimsaard sisters in fantastic form, having taken down the Thai Masters last month. Then we switch to singles. World number 20, Koki Watanabe, has a string of big-name scalps, and he's won all three previous meetings with Wang Zuwei. Mixed after that, French pair Chiquel and Del Rue have been as high as 5 in the world, but Teng and Lai have happy memories of Birmingham. They won Commonwealth Games bronze here 2 years ago. The men's doubles to follow looks a belter. Leo and O have 4 titles in only 2 years together, but it's no gimme against Ong and Teo, former World Championship medalists. And then some mixed. Only one spot in the ranking separates Midorikawa and Saito, and Christensen and Bo, and they have never met before. Bit later on, there's something for everyone. Victor Axelsen will be a big draw, top seed in the men's singles, and the reigning Olympic champion, of course. We'll see Gregoria Tunjung, always entertaining, and what a magnificent women's doubles to finish. Rahayu and Ramadanti up against Jolie and Puella to round off proceedings on day. Likely to play the number 4 seeds, Liu and Lee.
YONEX All England Open Badminton Championships 2024. Please welcome the players onto the Minoru Yoneyama courts in the women's doubles. From Chinese Taipei, Lee Chia-Xin, Tang Chun-sun, and their opponents from Thailand, sisters Benyapa and Nuntukan Aimsaard.
So the ladies on their way out for our opening match of this 2024 All England Championships. Very well supported. The crowds will get bigger and bigger as we go through the week.
Players onto the 1-2 bet court in the men's singles.
Had a terrific
from France,
start to the season.
Popov,
the 2 sisters from Thailand.
China, Lee Chiok-yu.
See whether they can carry on with that form here against Lee and Teng of Chinese Taipei, who are ranked inside the world's top 25. So let's give you a bit more information then on these 4 as we head into our opening women's doubles. Starting off with the pair from Chinese Taipei, Li Chia-Xin and Teng Chun-sun. As I mentioned, they're ranked 25 in the world. They have been up inside the top 20 before. That was less than a year ago. In fact, we're looking at the Thai players first. So Benyata and Nuntakan Aimsaard. Nuntakan is the older sister, she's 24. They've won 5 World Tour events since shock victory at the India Open back in 2022. That was a Super 500. And I mentioned that they've taken down the Thai Masters only last month, which is a massive confidence boost. Always nice to win on home soil, which is exactly what they did. Benyata actually had some success in Thailand as a singles player. Junior international at just 13 years of age. Just have to start young these days.
Please can you make sure that the flashes are turned off on your cameras and smartphones as a courtesy to the players, please. No flash photography. Thank you.
From the capital, Bangkok. That 9 ranking was the start of last year, but I think they're going to get back somewhere close to it, if not better it, if the form they've shown us early in the season is any kind of a guide. And their opponents from Chinese Taipei, Li Qixin and Teng Shun, ranked 25 in the world.
Ready to play?
And top 20 back in May of last year. They have won 3 minor tournaments as a pair, all around the world actually, in Australia, Austria and Slovakia. Got through to the round of 16 at the French Open in Paris last week, and then came up against Matsumoto and Nagahara. It is the first ever meeting between these two pairs. My name's Trevor Harris, alongside me Olympic medalist Chris Langridge. And Chris, always a special feeling at the start of the All England. It's just one of the tournaments of the year.
Yeah, it's such a big tournament. Yes, an iconic tournament. It's one of the oldest tournaments. It's that tournament everybody really wants to kind of achieve success in. What a game we have to start. It's ladies doubles, kind of both pairs trying to fight to get into the Olympics, and both of them kind of in a slightly different context from each other.
Yeah, that's the other kind of subplot, isn't it, this week? Vital Olympic qualifying points on the line.
Yeah, the ladies from Chinese Taipei are the next pair to go in, as in they're just off. And the ladies from Thailand are the second Thai pair, so they have to get top 8 in the world.
Aimsaard and Nuntakan Aimsaard, Thailand. And on my left, Li Qixin and Teng Sun, Chinese Taipei. Benyata Aimsaard to serve to Teng Sun. Love all. Play.
Amazing to think the Olympics only 5 months away. It sneaks up on you. Here we go then, first shuttle hit in anger at the All England Championships for 2024.
One love.
How much confidence would it have given the sisters, Chris, to have taken down that Thai Masters title last month, especially on home soil?
Yeah, definitely, and you know, the confidence in this time of the year is so integral, because they have to try and close their 10,000 points behind their teammates, Rwanda and Junkelfan. So it's so important these last few tournaments to have a few big results to try and get that spot they need.
2-1.
Surprising miss from Benyata. Certainly won't be able to take any liberties with Li and Teng.
Great return of serve, very aggressive, and great placement on it.
2-3.
Brilliant turn. You can see that's where the big gap was.
3-all.
Li Qixin, she was trying to cover her partner, but her partner actually made the right move.
4-3.
3 very, very quick points there.
I was going to say, uncharacteristic women's doubles. Very short rallies. Both pairs trying to kill the point early.
Definitely think a talking point this week is going to be the courts. Very, very unique in colour. It almost took my eyes a moment to actually adjust, because obviously we're so used to green mats when we play, or occasionally red at the tour finals, and this grey colour, it you know, it's very, very iconic and very bold for this tournament.
Very comfortably put away. Yeah, I'm no interior designer. I'm not sure what is grey the official colour. It's kind of greyish with a bit of, I don't know, olive thrown in, or I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not great with colours.
Stands out though.
Yeah, it's a very bold, kind of iconic look. Almost looks like we're kind of watching in black and white to an extent. That's a fantastic shot, great counter. And something when I was looking at the results from both pairs, the Aimsaard sisters have played 24 tournaments, and in those 24 tournaments there was one result where when they lost, it was a pair that either wasn't top 10 in the world or a big seed in the tournament, was in a high-ranking seed, and the pair they lost to were 11 in the world, which was Jung and Kim at the China Open. All the other losses that they've had have been to either high-ranked players or seeds or top 10 players. They have been so consistent for 24 tournaments in the last 12 months, which is incredible.
Well, at least you could laugh about it.
And just I say how consistent they've been, it's a fairly comfortable mistake, but it's something that does highlight the consistency that they have. It's very easy for any player of any level to have a blip, have a tournament or a few tournaments where things go slightly wrong. You could look at Victor Axelsen last week, didn't perform to his level, one blip, and it happens to everyone, but there's something the Aimsaard sisters have done incredibly well over the 12 months is their consistency throughout the 12 months.
Yeah, it's the same in any sport, isn't it? You can't be right at the top of your game every week, every tournament. Trick is to try and be good enough to get past the majority of opponents, peak at the right time, which this year means in Paris in July.
Great cut, well read by Lee at the net.
5-8.
Being a ladies doubles player and a mixed doubles player, she is very sharp, very dangerous at the net here, reads it really well. It's loose, it's a fairly comfortable put away, but she made the move.
It's won a couple of international singles titles long ago as well.
Service over. 9-5. Service over. 6.
I was about to say before their error that it's non-stop pressure they're putting Lee and Teng on. Every shot there's just no respite really for the pair from Chinese Taipei at the moment.
Brilliant shot, fantastic placement. Just where the gap is, and you know, this is the we're going to talk incredibly simple tactics. The integral part, find the gap. Wherever the gap is on court, you want to put the shuttle into it. You want to make your opponents move, expose them, stretch them, get them out of position.
But it's a handy lead. 4 points in front at the mid-game break. The sisters from Teng. So here we go, Lee and Teng playing catch-up in this opening game. Just to emphasize again how kind of big this match is for the pair from Chinese Taipei. They're 2,500 points off the Steova sisters, who are currently the last pair in the Olympic qualifying ranking, and we are running out of tournaments. We've got obviously the All England, which is a massive tournament we're playing now. Swiss Open, which is a Super 300, the Madrid Masters, also a 300, and then they just had their Continental Championship, so the Asian Championships, European Championships. So this is such a big game, because if the Chinese Taipei pair didn't manage to win this, their time is running out to try and overtake those Steovas. Just no easy shot at the moment for the Chinese Taipei pair, being forced on the defensive almost from the very start of the rally.
Serve is over. 10-15.
Saw there Sarah Lee from Thailand, very, very successful player herself. World bronze medalist in the mixed doubles category. Patience and discipline that you need. You know, you can take risks, and you do need to take risks, but they need to be calculated and at the right time, and that's why some of these rallies are obviously going on for quite a duration, because if you go too early, the defenses on court are just too good and you'll put yourself in trouble.
Service over. 16-11.
Every time there's even a hint of Lee and Teng getting back into this opening game, the Aimsaard sisters shut the door on them again.
Yeah, and I think it's something they've done so well, as I said, you know, throughout the year. It's just that consistency. They don't give you a lot, and they keep that lead, they keep the buffer, and they just keep the pressure on the opponents. They've had the attack more, and when they've been on the defense, they move the shuttle around well. See just here, just making their opponents move consistently.
Felt like the longest rally of the match, and for once, the Chinese Taipei pair came out on top.
Good smash, good angle, and then there it's gone upwards through the net player. But you can see Lee there looking off, exactly covering the right shot. And again, I think if it does get closer, are we going to see a little bit of nerves kicking in, just because this is the last big tournament before Olympic qualifying, and for the Aimsaard sisters, it's such a big one for them also to try and sneak above their teammates. They have to get a big result here this week.
Well, might be a little bit nervy now for those two. Big lead has been whittled down to just 2 points.
And again, just highlighting how integral it is. You can see there, Teng, when she plays that shot, she's quite off balance, but that is enough to kind of bleed a mistake from your opponent. If you are consistently moving your opponent, you're making life difficult for them.
Service over. 16-17.
Good organised attack. The Aimsaard sisters just building the rally, working the rally, and then they get the chance here. Great placement. You can see it's kind of at the right shoulder. Such a difficult place to get the shuttle away from.
Service over. 17-18.
Momentum has changed so much. 14-7 up. The Aimsaard sisters were now just a point in it. And again, just teasing Lee at the net, but you know, everyone knows she's a great mixed doubles player. Very, very sharp and dangerous at the net. We've seen it 3 times now, and they've got to push that deeper or go in front of her.
Yeah, 16-11 as well it was.
19-18.
Now it's a tight, tense tussle in this opener. Again, they looked almost certain to win. Now struggling a little bit to get over the line, albeit with a point advantage at the business end. Well done.
And again, one of the integral parts when you're defending, you cannot go through the middle. You can only go through the middle if you're hitting downwards or very flat or taking it early. And you can see there, Lee getting trapped and then just going through the middle.
Couple of game points. Well, maybe not as convincing as it looked like it was going to be, but they get over the line in the end. 21-18 in that opening game in favour of the Aimsaard sisters. Fenyapa and Nuntakanami lead by 1 game to none.
แล้วถ้าเกิดก็หนูจะตีเกมนี้กับเขาแล้วหนูจะเอาเปรียบหนูต้องเตรียมให้เร็วหน่อยแล้วคนถ้าต้องขับออกมาเข้าไม่เร็วไม่ใช่แค่แต่เข้าใจไหมแต่ฝั่งนี้พี่ไม่รู้ว่า回来体积好就挺不用那么急的话就他一个分对手就分对手他们还是很多对手包括说压在你这边包括是他上来的时候他有点注意上高压在这个位置实现到变化一下这个到前面如果真的点他กูชิดชิดให้ข้ามแต่ไม่ต้องเอาถึงเส้นหลังแต่เดี๋ยวมันก็จะไปของมันเองเข้าใจป่ะแต่ไม่เอาต้องการไม่เอาแล้วเวลาหนูรู้ว่าอย่างปั๊บเข้ามือเขานะลูกสุดท้ายเมื่อกี้โชคดี
Second game, level, plate. One love.
I don't know what the message was, Chris, to the 2 Chinese Taipei women at that little 2-minute interval. How can they try and get back into this match?
I mean, definitely momentum's back with them. You know, they obviously had a slightly sluggish, slow start. The integral thing, you know, simplistic. You've got to go on the attack, and when they are, you've got to work the rally patiently. So integral as well. You're making your opponents move. I wouldn't say there was a lot in it that last rally. It was a simple mistake from Teng at the end. She worked the rally, and it was quite an easy kill. And instead of obviously being 21-18, it could still be in that game. Some cheap errors for me at kind of crucial times. There was probably 3 or 4 basic mistakes, but they're definitely in this. It's still a 50-50.
Serve is over. 2-1.
Again, on the Chinese Taipei side, they've obviously got a very experienced coach in regards to as a player, Cheng Wenxing. She was world #1 in ladies doubles. I remember her playing. Fantastic player. 2 very experienced coaches on court here.
Serve is over.
This is the thing, it's definitely going to have, you know, give confidence to the pair from Chinese Taipei, the belief they were right with the Aimsaard sisters, who are, you know, quite a bit higher ranked, 14 in the world compared to Chinese Taipei, who are 25, but it wasn't that far away. It was a bad start, deficit of 7 fairly early on, but they kept pulling it back, and then at the end it was just kind of a couple of gifts that they gave their opponents.
4-2.
With the conditions as they are in the All England as normal, which is on the slower side of things, and you know, lovely visibility. It's a really nice hall. There's not a big drift. You have to work so hard in the rallies because you know, you're not just going to be able to get up and hit a big smash. It's not a no lift hall. It's a big open hall. The integral part is move your opponent.
First one of the match, called by service judge Emmanuel Abatsile. Have to serve from below 115 centimetres.
Four all. Service over. 5-4. Service over. 5-all.
Good pressure, good interception at the end of that rally.
Service over. 6-5.
Couldn't have placed that any better.
5.
Yeah, and that's brilliant there from Lee. And she has to be kind of the player that's taking it on. She's got to be the one that works the rally. She's the net player. Look at this, active. Just slightly too soft and too close to her. She needs to get involved as much as possible at the net. Get the attack for her partnership. And again, there's a good block from Lee, stepping in and getting Teng the lift. We saw her in the first game, Teng, when she has the attack, she's good. But I don't think the Chinese Taipei had the attack quite enough in the first game.
Service over. 6-9. Service over. 10.
Well, the first game it was mainly the Chinese Taipei pair with the unforced errors, but that has switched around now. Benyata and Luntakon looking anywhere near as confident as they were 10 or 15 minutes ago.
Service over.
You can see there, Teng really trying to keep the attack, but in that situation, you know, the shot's too loose, and it's so hard when you're below tape. You've got your opponent chasing forward. You almost have to accept the situation, lift, and start the rally again.
That's a magnificent shot. Out of nowhere, really.
10.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant placement. Return was going in an upward direction, but really well read. Hit very crisp.
10 all. Interval.
So from 10-7 down, they've got themselves a lead at the mid-game interval, albeit a slender one. 11-10, the Thai sisters in front.
เตรียมระวังลูกตรงนี้แล้วไปต่อแล้วไล่ต่อได้ไม่ได้ขึ้นแต่ไม่เอาช้าตลอดสำหรับหนูเอาของหนูทำด้วยจมูกหนูบางทีจังหวะก็ช้าเกินแต่อันนี้บางทีก็เร็วไปแต่พอเราช้าเสร็จปุ๊บเตรียมหนูโยนเลยขยับ
只要球不要打就好，还是好，还是这样。你抽完第一球，下一个分别对手。
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
那个球ผ่านไปให้เร็วยาวเบาเสียเปรียบเลย
11-10. Play.
And this is, for me, one of the bigger differences. Just these cheaper points sneaking in. It's almost like when the Chinese Taipei's get on a run, they get on a bad run. And it's not just one mistake, it's kind of 2 or 3, and they just got to stop it. Unfortunately, they kind of got gifted it, but
11-12.
they can definitely compete at this high level. They've got the ability and everything. It's just these cheaper mistakes when they creep in, stamping them out after one rally, not letting it go on for so long.
Service over. 13-11.
Again there, they were controlling the rally, had the attack, did everything right, and then the final put-aways. Fairly comfortable.
14-11. Service over. 12-14.
Well, that was a bit of a gift, to be fair.
15-12.
Still got to put it away, but easy pickings, in all honesty. The punish for the error.
Good placement on the attack again, right hip.
12.
Anything outside of a comfort zone, you know, comfortable area, it's another challenge. But I would say I'm surprised quite how quick this has been. 30 minutes, and we're kind of a game and more than a half through, and it's just because a few mistakes creeping in.
All I'd say was, remember in the first game,
17-12.
when the Aimsaard sisters had this kind of a lead and ended up crawling over the line rather than sprinting over it. They're making life hard for themselves, Lee and Teng.
And now it's just running away from them.
12.
You know, the pair from Chinese Taipei, they were 10, well, it felt like not very long ago, 10-7 up. And now this has been such a change of momentum. And a massive run for the pair from Thailand, the Aimsaard sisters. That's the big thing. They're getting the attack, pair from Thailand, and when they're getting it, it's not that difficult for them to get through the defence. To be fair, it does look a bit quicker out there than normal. I think people are struggling a little bit more with their length.
20, match point 12.
So 8 match points for the two Thai sisters.
Game.
Well, what a turnaround. It started off with the Chinese Taipei pair being in charge early in that second game, but they completely lost the plot. And Benyapa and Nuntakan Aimsaard just ran away with it. 32 minutes only, the match time. Really quick. 21-12 in that second
Match won
game.
by Benyapa Aimsaard and Nuntakan Aimsaard, 21-18, 21-12.
Not surprised they're looking pretty chuffed with themselves, and so they should. Place in the round of 16 now for those two. We'll see them back in action again probably on Thursday. 21-18, 21-12, barely half an hour on court. Pretty tame finish in the end, truth be told. Just a straight run of points for the Thai pair at the end.
Yeah, and the Aimsaard is just continuing that consistency against any pairs lower ranked than them, just not really giving them a chance.
Badminton Championships, 20 armor courts.
The net, but you know, everyone knows she's a great
Well, a warm welcome back to Birmingham as we head towards our first singles